Hey, this is Francisca, and this is my mid-crisis life. I'm wondering, does anybody want to help me out with these dreams that I've been having? Like, I can guess what they're about, right? But my question is, do we think that a dream is a premonition? Or do we think that a dream is just the amalgamation of all the shit that's going on in your head, like Freud said? Do we think that dreams come from the outside in or from the inside out? Or is it a combination of both? Or does it depend? And if so, how do you have discernment to know which is which, and whether or not I should be taking heed of what I'm dreaming, or in what way should I be taking heed of what I'm dreaming? So, okay, I've had 3 or 4 crazy dreams over the last few nights, right? So the first dream that I had, I was driving a car, which I know means going on a journey. No, I wasn't even driving the car. Someone else was driving the car, which I'm sure is significant, right? So someone else was driving the car. It was like an old Volkswagen Beetle, and it was blue. And they drove the car off the bridge into water, and the car was sinking. I was in the car, but then I was outside the car watching the car sink. Then it occurred to me that my suitcase was in the car, and I was really fucking distraught, right, about this suitcase that was now sinking in the car. So we go to the car, we open up the suitcase, and what I can remember is I can remember my shoes being in there, which I think is about moving forward, right? Putting one step in front of the other. And I can remember saying, oh, actually, I'm not really that bothered about my shoes. But the thing that I'm really pissed off about is my coat. I've lost my coat. My coat wasn't in the suitcase in the car. It was somewhere else. It had been lost. And I was literally devastated, like in my dream, in real life, crying my eyes out about this lost coat. And I looked up what coats mean, and it's something to do with safety, protection, something like that, right? And I know that water is about rebirth as well. So if anyone wants to put all of that together and tell me what they think it means, by all means, I would love to hear it. The night after that, I then had a dream about tiny babies, which are something to do with like, I don't know, like a part of me or a project or something like that, right? The birth of something. So these babies were like tiny, they were little tiny. And one of them lived, and then I gave all my attention to something else, and then 2 of them died. And I was like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I knew those teeny tiny babies were going to die because I had given all my attention somewhere else. And I think that's about, where I should put my focus, and worrying that I think taking this job means that my dreams are going to die, my babies are going to die if I give all my focus elsewhere. Then the following night, I had a dream that there had been a revolution and we were living in some future dystopia where basically a load of like disenfranchised urban youths had taken over everything, and they were running the shop, and it was like chaos and pandemonium everywhere. And they happened to see my eldest son, who has a lot of disabilities and is just like the sweetest kid ever. He's just so sweet, other than when he's having an autistic meltdown, then he's not sweet at all. But generally, he's really sweet, and he's got a really, really sweet heart. And they thought that he had insulted them somehow. And they were like, yeah, we're going to stab you to death. This is what we're going to do. We've sentenced you to 30 stabbings, like 30 stab wounds, and we're all going to come and we're going to do it. And in my dream, I was like desperately trying to argue for my son, like, no, you don't understand. Like, you don't understand. He didn't get it. He didn't mean anything by it, whatever else, yeah. And I remember just being desperate. And when I woke up, it made me think about 2 things. Number one, that people say all the time, like, oh, I would die for my kids. I'd die for my kids. I would fucking die for them. And I always think, Why don't you live for them? Like, that would be a lot more helpful. And I always thought to myself, like, I don't know that I would die for my kids. Like, is there something wrong with me? Like, is there something seriously wrong with me that I don't want to die for my own children? But I just really don't think I would do it. And this dream showed me, because in the end I was like, no, I'll take the stab wounds. Like, and they gave me his sentence, and I was going to get 30 stab wounds, and I was about to die by disaffected ethnic youths, and that was going to be how I died. And I was just like, okay, cool, I would die for my kids. Like, it's proven it. Like, and then the other thing that this dream really made me think about was, what side am I on? Like, and I think again, it's to do with taking this job and feeling like, oh my God, I'm back in the system. I'm one of them. I'm one of those people. I'm one of the like plugged in, patched in 9-to-5 workers that are just like working to live and then getting smashed on the weekend because they really just fucking hate their jobs. And there are these kids that are actually creating revolution, and they think I'm the fucking enemy. So like, what actual side am I actually fucking on? Yeah. Those are my dreams. Those are my dreams that I've been having for the last few days. If anybody wants to tell me what they mean, by all means, please do. If anyone wants to tell me what the sum of all those dreams mean, or what they think it might mean, or what they think I should do off the back of those dreams, please let me know. Please let me know. Okay, that's it. Let's see some things that I feel grateful for. I feel grateful to myself that I got up this morning and I went out and I did some exercise. I feel grateful that for the last week I've stuck to the things that I said that I'm going to do. I'm woken up at 6 a.m. I've gone running in the morning. Tiny little run, but you know, small steps. And I think for me, self-discipline is such a massive issue. So I'm really, really, really proud of myself that I've done that. And I don't want to give too much credence to it, because I know once I do that, I'll be like, oh yeah, no, I'm done. I've succeeded. No, you haven't. You've just gone running 3 days. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that. And I'm really grateful for this job that's coming up, even though it's giving me nightmares and making me question my entire identity, my purpose in the world, and my future and all the rest of it. Like, but I'm actually really, really grateful. I'm very, very excited, and I'm grateful that it's come up. And I think I'm grateful that, you know, I always say, like, what's not for me isn't for me. And I try to tell that to other people as well, you know. I don't often live by it, because oftentimes I feel jealous and I feel envious and all the rest of it, the things that I've already spoken about. But I think that I'm really grateful that I have some level of faith that what was supposed to come to me has come to me, and there's a reason that it's come in this time, in this way, at this place, whatever. And I'm excited to see what unfolds. Yeah, that's all.